Okay, you guys, here we are back again. So the video before this was basically just a test tile because, like I said, I haven't painted for like a week or 10 days other than a couple quickie little ones this morning, and I mixed up all new paints. So here we go. We're gonna move up the chain to a bigger tile. This tile is 13 by 13 ceramic tile, you guys. I painted on a few of them before Christmas. They do peel quite easily, so I'm not really sure what to tell you. I did resin one. It's beautiful. It's hanging on my wall in the hall, and you know what? I think it kind of goes to say with anything, if you sit and pick at it, then yeah, it's probably gonna peel. But for most of us, if you just plunk it on the wall and leave it alone, it's gonna be fine, I believe, unless humidity is a factor. I'm on the West Coast. I'm a city surrounded by water, so we definitely have fairly high relative humidity here. I don't have a huge longevity with pouring on these tiles, but at this point, I've had no problems whatsoever. I do have tiles that I poured on well over a year ago, and they're fine. So here we go. Raw sienna mixed with a little bit of violet from before. This is homemade gold. The last video I think I mentioned, my Michaels here in Victoria is getting really depleted for stock. So we're starting to get pretty creative mixing colors, and I'm hoping they get some paints in soon. So this is iridescent blue red by Pabio. Very pretty color. Little bit of, it's almost empty, but let's just pop it on. A little bit of Fireball by FX. Even the FX paints are gone now, which just shows you we're all getting desperate because most people weren't using the FX paint for this type of painting, and it's gone too. A little bit of raw umber because everything's better with raw umber on it. You guys, it's like Frank's red sauce. I won't say the bad words. I'll be good this year. My New Year's resolution is to not have a potty mouth on video. A little bit of buff. Plain old buff, you guys. All right, this is Interference Red. Jacquard dry pigment just mixed with my pouring medium. It's going to be quite pretty. The last piece, it kind of gave everything this just lovely coppers, and yeah, quite nice. All right, this is, you got it, Deco Art White Satin Enamel. It's quite thin, so I'm not going to go too heavy-handed on it. And we're going to do black cell mix. Blob in the middle, and we're just going to spread it out throughout the piece. Fairly big piece, fairly big glob of paint. We may modify, we may not. It's always it's a decision that gets made at the end. All right, we're going to get the paint out of the way. We're just going to even things out a bit. All right, my friends, we're gonna blow this out and hope for the best. Guys, here we go. Okay, so let's just give this a second and let these center cells pop back up a little bit. While we're doing that, I'm going to cap my paints, and I'm going to impress you with my new Brûlé torch. This is like not my cheapo Canadian Tire one, you guys. This is like the big girl's torch. Look at that go. Whew. Gone. No more bubbles. It's scary. I have sheer curtains right beside, and every time I put my torch away, I'm super careful because I can just imagine me catching the curtains. When I first started working with resin, I had a huge big, like, I think it's called nap gas or something up here. I thought, oh my God, I'm sure my house insurance wouldn't be too impressed to know that I had an industrial blowtorch going in the kitchen. Okay, so let's definitely take it apart a little bit right now, and then we're gonna blow it out. I don't like this colored dot, so I think I'm gonna start my modification through there and just get rid of that. It's not the greatest look, I didn't think. Okay. Some pretty things going on in some spots for sure. Probably shouldn't have done that. Oh well, we're just gonna leave it. You never know what's gonna happen. This is lovely. This is pretty. I'm on this pink kick. Me who doesn't do pink is like right into pink right now. I think, oh God, what's wrong with you? Okay, so just like the last video, you guys, I don't have my wall up, so I'm gonna use my newspaper. I'm gonna move my paint so that we don't have paint splattering everywhere. And I'm gonna make sure I have clearance. I'm gonna give this a spin. Not a crazy spin, just a little spin. That's probably far enough for now. As you can see, things are pretty cockeyed here, pretty tippy. So let's try to tilt this back the other way a little bit and add a little bit more base coat. All the way around. I've been practicing kind of a combination of puddle pours and some smears from Gail Bernstein style. Kudos to that lady, because I've smeared paint everywhere, none of it nicely at this point, but I will get it. You know what? These techniques are all can be learned, you guys. I truly believe that. It's like this technique, when I started doing this, I knew absolutely nothing about bloom pours, and look at me go. So do not give up hope, you guys. It's only paint. You guys can all do this. If I can do this, you can do this. All right, let's spin it again. I'm pretty happy with my homemade gold. Pigment, oh, bing. All right, one more time, you guys. I think this way. All right, so I'm gonna get rid of my messy paint wall. I'm gonna tilt this just a tiny bit by hand. And I might just leave it there. It's way more coverage than I prefer, but it really is quite pretty. Okay. Oh, you know what? Let's modify, you guys. Let's just go for it. We're just gonna do gentle little lines Nothing drastic. I'm not going to make a bunch of swirly cues. I'm just going to add some little details just for the sake of interest. Look at these. These are super cool. I like those a lot. I don't want to mess with some things because, again, sometimes less is more. Sorry, my arm's in your way. You guys yell at me when I do stupid stuff like that. Get your arm out of the way, you dummy. Okay, we are going to stop here. Only because it's quite pretty. I'm going to give my hands a quick swish here. I'm going to bring you guys down. It's going to be hard to see because there's lots of metallic. So it's just bouncing color and sparkles everywhere. So let's just creep down here and have a look at some of these funky cells. Look at this corner. You guys, excuse the glare, excuse me and the shine. Not much I can do. Videography is not one of my strong suits. And that's it, you guys. We're going to leave it at that. I'm going to post it on the groups. I'm going to thank everybody for painting with me tonight. I'm super happy to be back in my kitchen, you guys, and not actually be cooking and doing what I'm supposed to be doing in the kitchen. Thank you everybody for your support, your continued kindness. You guys, you're awesome. It's only paint. You guys have all got this. You know what? Consistency is key. Technique is practice. Practice, 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 guys. Reach out, ask questions. I'm happy to help where I can. Okay, talk really soon, guys. Bye for now.